All right, guys, welcome to our jackpot call tonight, and thanks for hopping on. It is the end of the month, which is really exciting as we do just that. We close out another month really strong, and just at this point within this group, and even within your business as a whole, really want to reflect on where things are at. So it's kind of nice that our 8-week cycle falls right at the end of the month to where we can do just that. We can really focus on really reflection of, okay, well, what were my goals for this month? What did I have laid out in place that, one, I wanted to achieve, but two, what was I willing to put in place that I was going to commit to on a weekly, on a daily basis? And just kind of giving that a really true and honest evaluation. So how did you do against that goal? How did you do against that, kind of stated commitment level, and evaluating yourself, kind of giving yourself that really true, honest reflection. And then if you feel like, yeah, I totally did what I set out to do, pat yourself on the back, finish out the month strong, continue on. If you feel like, well, yeah, I kind of really wanted to do that, but I didn't necessarily get that time in, put that commitment in, let things kind of stand in my way, let fear of failure sink in, whatever that thing might be for you in terms of more of that self-limiting belief, how can you knock that out over these next 3 days? How can you use these last 3 days of the month to knock things out crazy strong? Get into that massive action. Put your goals first and foremost, or first and foremost in terms of your priorities, and knock it out. To say, okay, you know what? I know I wanted to qualify this month. I am this number of orders away. If I actually talk to 10 people a day, just for the next 3 days, not that it's a 30-day commitment, for the next 3 days, I'm going to talk to 10 new people a day. I'm going to get 10 no's. I'm going to go for no. I'm going to go for 10 no's every single day, no matter how many people that means I'm going to talk to. What would that look like towards those goals? And giving yourself kind of that self-reflection and that honest once over in terms of your activity for the month versus what your goal was that you set out. So to encourage you to do that every single month. But what Jamie and Karen and I wanted to also encourage you to do is, as you think about this jackpot group and the last now 8 weeks that we've been together, give that a reflection as well. Think about, okay, where did I come in on January 8th when I started in this group? What did that look like for me? What was it that I had set out when we started that, new 8-week cycle? This was new for me for this 8 weeks. What was it that I wanted to get out of this? What level of activity did I put in to then get what out of this? Because it is our activity, right? It's our commitment to what our goals are that then helps to drive those results. We can put out as much information as we can give, and we can walk you through the steps, but it's really that action that you take from the information given that helps to drive those results. So that's what we wanted to really bring to the table today. If there's anything that any of you guys would like to talk through as we kind of close out the month and go through these month-end activities, feel free to bring it to the group now. We can kind of work through it together. But it's all just about really, truly being honest with yourself, giving yourself that honest reflection as you close out this month and then move into the next month of March. Is there anything anybody wants to share or reflection as you're kind of looking through things in terms of how the month and the 8-week program went for you as a whole?
Oh, come on, peoples. Don't make me and Megan and Jamie just talk back and forth to each other.
I'll go. Over the last 8 weeks, I've actually, it might seem small, but I actually got 2 new customers that I've been talking to for several months, or actually probably years. So I finally got, they one trio, and then the other one went ahead and ordered shakes. So for me, I think that's a big,
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've got new customers, so I was pretty excited about that. So
That's awesome, Tara.
Awesome. Very cool.
Amber, you unmuted. Did you want to say something?
I was just going to say it's flown by. Like, I don't feel like we've actually been doing this for 8 weeks. But in that time, I've gathered at least 5 customers. And Shelly says that I qualified. I don't know what I'm looking at, but she says I qualified this month.
That's awesome.
And then yesterday, I placed an order for a customer that I've been talking to probably for a good 6 weeks. And it's somebody that Shelly had actually talked to a while ago, kind of a mutual friend, and she finally came too. So,
Yay.
yeah.
Very cool. Congratulations on your qualification.
Thanks. I still don't know what that means exactly, but okay.
We can look at that. I can show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? If you feel like that, even as we go into this next 8-week cycle, even if you hit your jackpot business and technically you're ready to graduate, if you feel like, you know what, I just think there's still some tidbits of information that I didn't necessarily fully sink in terms of what we learned in these 8 weeks, absolutely feel free to stay with us. You know, even if you do move on, you go to 3-clip group, if you want to still hop onto this one, 100% still feel free, because this is probably the most like educational, informational sharing session versus the other 2, 3 are more about accountability. So yeah, definitely. If you feel like as you keep going, no, I'm still not totally clear, don't hesitate to still hop in.
Hey, Megan.
Uh-huh.
It's Julie. I would definitely interject. I was in the 3-club group. Things happened for me very, very fast when I started. And I felt like almost like I was in that 3-club group and I was really overwhelmed. So definitely what Megan said, you know, I had a qualified business. And I had my trios. I was starting to lose a few. And so I really just wanted to get back into a group where I could really, really focus on just those basics. And really grasp and absorb and kind of slow down a little bit and be able to really focus on what I needed to do to make my business run efficiently and how I needed to do that for me, juggling with my other job that I have. And this 8 weeks has been awesome. And this group has been amazing. And I actually brought on a new teammate this week, which was one of my major goals. And with the encouragement of Megan, I wouldn't have been able to do it without her, but I did some coaching calls with her and really was able to get out of my box, out of my comfort zone in sending some bold messages. So not all of those ended. You know, there were some no's and there were some things that, you know, that maybe I didn't do 100% correctly, but I learned something in every situation, and those seeds are planted. So I feel really, really good, and I just want to thank you all for the last 8 weeks. I think it's been really, really beneficial to me.
Awesome, Julie. Thank you for sharing. All right, anybody else? Okay, Jamie, Karen, anything you guys have?
Okay, I'll say something.
Okay,
Yeah, we, meaning Jody and myself, she went with me to host a health fair at our hospital. And through that event, we talked to a lot of ladies. Very few men came, but we got to share our story about the Juice Plus and so forth. And through that event, I probably got 100 names, phone numbers, and addresses to be able to send them sample products or to be able to meet with some of them and actually talk about the product more.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, that's another way to get names and so forth. I was kind of at a place where I didn't know who to call, who to ask no more. And I think this will help a lot.
Very cool.
Here.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah, I would just say, I love that Barb added a lot of people to her list and her memory jogger in one foul swoop. So one thing that I said to someone in my team today that I want you guys to just remember is you're never going to run out of people, and you can keep going back to those same people. My words of wisdom to this person were, don't ever tell someone that you're checking in to make sure you're off their list. I'm so grateful that 3 of my frontline sales coordinators let me keep asking for 3+ years, and then they eventually came along. Or like I'm looking at Amber Marshall on here, who's here because Shelly was here, because her sister-in-law kept asking for 7 years. Sometimes it's all about God's timing and when it's going to click. So just because someone didn't say yes right now, you guys are laying really important seeds. And some of it is they're watching to see if you're still doing this 6 months from now, So keep all those names moving in your memory jogger. And yes, the month has flown by, the 8 weeks has flown by, but feel free to stick around, because I know that I get something. It reminds me, I've been doing this 10 years, but this basic information is what drives your business. If you're not doing this stuff, it doesn't matter about 3 club, 6 club, 12 club, and beyond. This is the basic foundational things that'll keep duplicating over and over.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thanks, Karen.
Jamie? She may have had to put little people down or something, because she's muted and her video's off. Sometimes the last couple weeks she has said little people have gotten out of bed while she was on the call. So.
All right, guys. Well, I think it looks like everybody who has wanted to share has shared, and we thank you for hopping on. And even if it was a little bit later from the last call, but this is what we wanted to just visit, was reflection of how things have gone, and to encourage you to keep going. Even if maybe your goal feels like it's totally out of reach for this month. Well, a lot of crazy stuff can happen in 3 days. If you tackle even just this last 3 days of your business like a business, if you were to sit down and go, well, you know what? If I were to put the activity in, even a fourth of the activity that I give my day job, what would that look like? What could that potentially look like towards my goals? And you can make some massive action happen over these 3 days. It could be absolutely incredible. So we just encourage you to buckle down, get to work, have lots of fun, and absolutely congratulate each and every one of you on completing this 8 weeks with us. We, again, will start over next week, Monday, and absolutely invite you to join right back in with us if you'd like to. And just wish you all a really strong close to the month of February. All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I thought I hit stop, but